Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Christo and this is the Best of Both Worlds campaign. Thank you ever so very much for joining me. We are in a desperate state, resources-wise, and we're going to fix that. We're going to fix it by a rush to the Caucasus going via Stalingrad. What could possibly go wrong? The tanks are moving east, the men are withdrawing on the Western Front. We can afford speed 3. You guys do not have an order. I was of the impression that you guys were on a fallback line back here. A fallback line which I have deleted. Fair enough. Here you go. So this is the forted fallback line. Maybe we should have you on a different one, but I think we're going to do this. This is a kind of deep defense style thing going on here. The idea is to slow the allies down while the tanks get to the point where they're pushing through and then crush them back again to their border. Obviously, we want the allies to take these tiles so that we can convert the first one into a front line with an attack plan so that we can start getting a planning bonus. Very low supply in Syria. Why is this? Because of local infrastructure and 75% of previous infrastructure. Are you struggling here? Huh. Well, I mean, the Ottomans have control of it right now. We could ask for control of some of these states. There's no oil here, is there? I'm going to kick myself if there's oil here. No. We could ask for control of a bunch of these states because we've done so much work. Oh, I didn't realize Syria was actually in 4 states. That's cool. I mean, we could ask for control of Palestine and Jordan, but I don't know. It's not really a point. I think that'll be fine. Some more Greek divisions, which I think we shall leave defending their homeland. Not this one. Well, yeah, but up there. Good. Okay, from an air perspective, I don't think we will move many of these planes to the Soviet front. Some, perhaps. We should also disband a bunch of air wings because we're so short on planes right now, and full air wings fight substantially better. In fact, now I say that, I'm immediately kicking myself. We've been making these CAS fight a serious disadvantage for a long time. But as the days tick by, we should see some replenishment. There we go, lots of numbers becoming rounder. And of course the number of CAS we have deployed doesn't actually reduce, it just consolidates. We are doing our best here. We lost, losing a lot of fighters, but I mean, it's a big air zone that we're trying to cover from the south here. Actually, not badly covered, to be honest. I will use most of these planes we have over on the eastern front, but I don't know. Do I want to move? Don't delete them with aces in. So I want to move more planes over to the east. I don't really, because I know that this is coming, and we need to be able to repel it. This is what I meant about the orderly retreat. We're not having men in the places they need to be on the front right now. But that's okay. They've moved to the front now, which means we can do this and re-establish some nice attack plans. And oops, I deleted the wrong one. That's okay. Or did I? Oh no, when you hover over it, it looks green, so it looks like it's the other one. Alright, you tanks on the front with an attack plan. Good. So now they're getting their nice planning bonus. You guys can move in there and just very temporarily fight for air superiority, because I need it to get these guys moving at a decent click as they take their positions. Supply is now under control, more or less. You guys are going to walk all the way over here. Fair enough. Warsaw is under attack. If you could just, you know, get a wiggle on, that would be lovely. We drove back this invasion to no one's great surprise. You guys, where did the rest of you go? Weren't there more of you? Huh. Well, I am going to beef up the coastal defenses with some 40 widths, because that naval invasion concerned me. They didn't take the port, though, so maybe that's silly. But, you got the rest of you. Withdraw to Hanover. I want you to train and get some better experience. Good, there we go. The tanks are all moving out. The front line is holding. Except here. See, Ghent is one of those ones we really don't want to lose. And those guys are losing right now. And these guys won't be able to reinforce because they're all going to retreat simultaneously. No? Good. One of them is running out of organization slightly faster than the others. That's what I like to see. These are retreat at different times. You guys, move in. One of you, the one with low org, withdraw early so as to allow space on the front line. See, they're all going to break very, very close to each other, which means that the tile may lose. 14% chance per hour. Oh, the tanks got in there. See, that's damn close. And these guys are now deciding that down here is the correct place to go. Can I may raise some questions about that, but we will make it through. You guys, we need some CAS over the Benelux, as it turns out. You guys, get in there. We don't want to lose Ghent. Oh, God. But on the offensive, combat width is... Good lord, this one. Combat width is much less of a problem on the offensive, because you can stop and restart your attack and get full reinforcement. So it may be a back and forth struggle here on the front. Maybe what I should be doing... In fact, yes. What I should be doing is not building these forts here. It's building them here while trying to hold here. Knowing that I will fail and knowing that we will fall back to this fort line and then holding that. This is just such a bad province to hold. So maybe we make the fort line a little janky. Go here, here, here. Problem with that is that it leaves this tile open to attack from 3 directions with its broken forts. And the forts are likely to stay pretty darn broken because the enemy air power is so powerful. Could ramp up the... Yeah, we already are ramping up the anti-air here. Our radar already covers the whole region, I think. Pretty darn close. Radar range going 15% to IR detection? I don't know. Oh, the radar station's broken. Of course it is. Right. Allied air power, man. It's extremely dangerous. As, of course, it was historically. So I can't really complain. But we can drive them back when we're on the offensive with the tanks. Thing is, how the heck can I pay this much attention to this front when I also have to be paying attention to Soviet pocketing? I don't know that I can. Get more men in here. Here it's not even a reinforcement situation there. They're just going to break every guy on the front. Well, the supply is still a problem, so I can't really move more men in. You... Strange to see you in that army. Anyone else on this front? Yeah, you. Move to the front here. More generals? Right. The guy we have commanding the front line of the generals is one of our worst generals. And Manstein doesn't have a plan order right now? Oh, of course, because we consolidated the 2 tank armies. I remember. Well, one of the people... Yeah. Carl, you clearly, your skills need to be put to better use, you beautiful, generic, portraited man. Where are you? Carl? There he is. This one can get him. Okay, it'll take 15 days. Someone mentioned in the comments it's 15 days it wouldn't take that long to reassign a general. And I agree. In order to move someone from here to here, if you just wanted to move one person, it wouldn't take a hugely long time necessarily. But it's important to remember we're not just moving someone from here to here. They're taking command of a whole new section of the army. They'd need to... I never actually did what I said when I was thinking that, did I? Build a bunch more forts here. Problem is, I feel like these forts are just gonna get broken as soon as the Allies actually push to this line. And I am gonna just try and hold here. I don't want to expose this from attacks from 3 directions. Let's take these down. Yeah, and this one we're about to lose the tile anyway. It's not waste time trying to build those. Yeah, they're coming over and they're taking command of a whole new section of the army. The time-consuming thing, or at least one of the time-consuming things, would be the fact that they had to, reorganize it to their liking. As the reason you get a bonus is because I assume anyway, is because the army is organized in such a way that they like having it organized. They want it to be organized, and hence it gives their bonus. It looks like these guys are returning because we crushed that naval invasion. No? Good lord, we have terrible supply down here. We will be able to push them out. And the infrastructure improvements down here are on the list. Good lord, you guys are a lot of planes to be deployed against this invasion. I was rather terrified by this invasion, so fair enough. It would have opened up a whole other front that we really rather wouldn't open up. Good. Losing Ghent has overstacked us. Fabulous. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4 of you there. A bunch of you there. Probably shouldn't have these guys bombing the English Channel right now, eh? Considering we took massive casualties on them to, well, I mean, not no effect. We killed a lot of convoys and some heavy cruisers and... Okay, they did really good work, actually. Now I'm looking at some of these. That's pretty good. Nice. But I was hoping, of course, to push those guys out to sea, where actually they just all died. And now we're being pushed back even more. Tanks retreating in the wrong direction. Marvelous. This is not quite how I'd like you guys arranged on the front. Marvelous. Let's get some of you. Try and push them back, maybe. I don't want to move into this tile with these tanks. I think I'm going to move up here. And then maybe strike south. This is a separate tile to this, isn't it? Yeah. They broke us here now. Oh, baby. It's tough. Did we move out of that tile intentionally? You better not have moved out of that tile intentionally, or I'm going to have your guts for garters. Attack them. God. We're back past the defensive line. You need to push them back, or in deep, deep trouble. That overstacking, did we fix it? Yes, good. We need to leave our planes deployed, because if we don't, they're going to just drive straight through us here. We need to... Okay, no. What we need to do is exploit this push. Let it come in. We need to do a proper counteroffensive. A counteroffensive that will not just push them back to the front where they can continue outnumbering us and causing problems, but a counteroffensive that will cause proper long-term damage to them. And the way we're going to do that is by encircling them, by driving south here and then trying to cut east. So we're going to deploy some tanks ready to make an attempt at that. These Irish divisions have reached our front here. We've got one fort level that isn't broken with our rubbish 40 width divisions. Hey, you guys that I sent to training, where did they go? They just... Oh, because I put... I assigned the fallback line and then I put them into a... excuse me? Thank you. And then I put them into a new army. Excellent. You guys go into this army. Oh no, that's the Eastern Front. Go on to... Where is that army? Oh, alright, that's the invasion of Sweden. Well, we should open up a fifth front, right? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fronts. If you count this as 1, this is 1, this is 1, and then maybe this is 1, maybe realistically just 4, but yeah, maybe we shouldn't open a fifth front right now. It's just a thought. So I'm tempted to cancel this, because I don't want to go to war with Sweden before I'm actually ready to invade them. And we absolutely can't open up a front against Norway right now, because if we can't quickly beat them and don't have tanks spare, we're going to have huge allied divisions pouring into Norway. This is very painful, but if I don't cancel this, they're going to join the allies and start pumping out divisions. So, Carl. It's Carl, isn't it? Who are you? Kurt. Kurt is who I meant. We need you over here. You're good at being out of supply? Well, you're going to love it over here. Okay, get into green and go right to the front, please. And I'm going to give to you all these guys. They're green troops, Carl, but do with them as best you can. Doesn't overstack him. Nice. Tanks. We need you at the front. Okay. Well, we could, and I think will, continue to throw our planes at desperately trying to stop this advance over here. I know you might think it seems like a short-term play, but I really think that this allied push threatens our very existence. If they manage to push past us here, stop pushing in a disorganized way. We need to do ordered pushes at the right time. If this push breaks us here, you know, it's game over. If we can't stop them here on this short front, how the heck are we going to stop them over here? It's just not. It's not plausible. Also, if they break through here, they'll overrun the west wall from above, which is not ideal. Okay, so you're falling back there. This is still the defensive line in the north. It's only in the south they've really breached it. We could do a limited punch through just here, which might go better, but don't really want to do that. I want to try and inflict maximum damage with my counter-offensive. So you tanks, what's up with the tank front line? Something like this, and we can drive through here, through this nice plains, mostly plains apart from this little forest here. Drive through there, circle some guys. Yeah, could be. Oh goodness gracious! We need. Why are there no 40 widths over here? They were forced to retreat in the wrong direction. Fair enough. I mean, honestly, that kind of disorganization is what I'd expect if you were being routed and decimated from the air and all that kind of thing. Okay. Someone said they thought this was unwinnable, by the way, in the comments. I think that's one of the first times I've seen that comment. I expect to get more on the long road to success. I'm not complaining about that comment, you know, that doesn't bother me at all. But I don't know about unwinnable. I've seen worse than this, and I won it. Not to put too fine a point on it, but N-Sieg. Have you heard of that? They said all kinds of things about N-Sieg. All right, let's get these guys into port defense. They apparently like... The AI tends to pick ports and then invade the crap out of them. So if the AI invades a port, we should conclude they're likely to again and put lots of guys there. What is wrong with the supply here? Like, why is it... Like, I mean, I know bad because it's a desert, but 7... 75% of local previous infrastructure, 1.3. Yeah, fair enough. So it's here that the real problem lies. And it's not going via a port, is it? It is, but only through controlled waters. Very nice. Well, keep going on that, and maybe we should bump the repair of the local infrastructure. What's it called? Marrakesh? Yeah. Marrakesh, Marrakesh, Marrakesh. Don't see Marrakesh. Where are ya? No, maybe it's not broken. It's not broken. Could have checked that first, really, couldn't you? Alright. Couldn't one. I mean, we are probably not going to be able to push them back from this tile. That's real bad. With no forts behind that tile. But then again, we basically don't have forts on the front either. The air power is just so devastating. Look at these casualties. I guess, I mean, I don't know. I see your point when you say it's unwinnable. I don't pretend it's not very, very difficult. More dangerous naval invasions? We got pushed back from the port? Only one of us did. Good. So we've got 8 people going there. That should be more than enough. Quite literally, in fact, I think. We shouldn't have the tanks on the port. Let's send them north. And then you guys that are just leaving. They invaded here before. They can't invade through Gibraltar. And they don't seem to like to invade from non-owned ports. So I think there's a much lower chance of them invading in the eastern area. You guys... we could do with the spares. First off, we should have a rapid response unit, which we don't want to put in the Marrakesh region, really. So let's put it here. And then, can we afford to spare any of it to come over here onto the Turkish border? Since supply was the main issue, I believe we can. You know, if we didn't have bad supply over there, we would have pushed them out quite a bit more quickly. Okay. Well, that's clearly not an attack destined for success. Let's get... try and do a small encirclement to just lessen pressure here. If we started with the tanks here and just cut west a little bit through this plains, then we could do a sizable amount of damage. Oh, God. No. No. Out, foul demons. Good lord. There's too many. They have full supply forever. If we were to look at their supplies right now, I bet they have an outrageous amount of infantry equipment. Probably no manpower. No, some manpower. They are on service by requirement. We're kind of pushing them back here. Kind of. Oh, armor's being pierced on our tanks because they're so short on tanks. Yep, we could maybe reduce the number of tank divisions we had. These guys have been taking such heavy damage. Especially the green one. In fact, you know what we could do? We could stop putting tanks into a new division and try and flesh out the ones we already have. Remember, this is with a bunch of tanks over in the east. So maybe I should begin the tank offensive in the east while holding them back here. Because if I can hold them back in a kind of back and forth kind of way, then maybe, just maybe, we can do pushes here at the same time as microing over there. Which will be tough, don't get me wrong. Here is probably where we cross the river first, because we can attack it from so many directions. Or we could just start a bit lower. Let's just start a bit lower. Let's bring the tanks down here. We'll crush north here. And then in here, we could do with more infantry to support this push. So this guy only has 19. Let's give him some more men, knowing that his front is going to have to fill the gap before we can move these guys forward to actually close that pocket on Königsberg. I think we did build a couple of synthetic refineries on Königsberg, so technically this is a push we're doing for oil. Alright. You guys, what do you reckon? Planes? Planes as in. Okay, nice. 7.6% enemy air superiority reduction. That's useful. It's useful. Not as good as it could be, obviously, because their planes are just outclassing our soft attack. Sorry, our air attack. You guys can also get a front line. Good. Well, we need to attack from multiple directions in order to break them, basically. We just can't do it with the amount of soft attack we can put on without attacking from multiple directions. We have to retake this tile. It's just too dangerous. Alright, move the tanks around. Let's push them out of that tile. Maybe going for pockets is too ambitious. Maybe we should just have a huge number of men on the front so they don't dare attack. Rather than having many layers of defense that seem they would work better. Oh, goodness me. This looks like a real problem spot. They were holding just about. That will help. No hesitation. Give me the next one as well. Okay, tanks in the east. In position. Remember, we can move all these tanks over here if it really looks like we need it, but I don't want to because that's admitting that we can't make progress. We have to be able to make progress, otherwise, you know, the world is dark and there is no hope for us. But that's the kind of thing I like to see. Annihilating our way through with 1,000. Oh, look at that, he's wounded. What good timing, Ivan. Oh, we're wounded too. Never mind. Alright, tanks. From two directions. Bring them down. And then add in some more angles. They're in multiple combats. Come on. Come on. The trees won't help our tanks' stats, but they do help reduce enemy air support a bit. So that's good. Holding down here so far. Good. We might be able to push them back here. Yeah, it looks like we will. Here is the problem location, as we can clearly see. But they're attacking it from many directions, which means the chances of being screwed on the combat on the reinforcement rate are low. Oh god. Here, however, only being attacked from two directions. High chance of being got on the combat with. Get back in there and come at it from the sides as well. All these men. Shouldn't have these 20 wits. I know I keep saying that, and I should just do something about it. What can I do, though? We just get rid of all of them? So these guys we're going to need to play with their front lines just to make sure they keep coming in and defending us from the back, which is always good. Defending our rear, rather, not defending us from the back. I guess defending you from the back also kind of says the same thing. We really can't push them back here, not even with our tanks. No, apparently not. Okay. Well, do we take the Cass out of the sky? Because we're just bleeding Cass right now. I mean, how many of you are lost? I mean, we're losing like 6 a day. It's not great. Not great. I mean, maybe it's Rhine time, finally. We've resisted valiantly, I would say. Maybe it's Rhine time, though. Rhine time really does sound like a kind of TV show. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. 20 wits. Cover my retreat while we fall back to the Rhine. And we'll try and hold these 3 here. And we're going to need to make it an ordered retreat. Unlike the previous one. And you got... Yeah, Kurt's good. He's not excellent, but he's pretty good. I think we should get... Oh, yeah, let's give him Camouflage Expert. Yeah, that seems good. We've got some more assignables as well, so... We should also... you know, we moved some of our best infantry leaders over here. We should move all our best infantry leaders over here. This is where it matters. In fact, moreover, if I just had a moment of respite, we could. Oh my God! Look at this! Look at this! Getting seasoned infantry is not something I often have happen. I'd love to switch out all these guys and put them on this front, because these guys with their 25% attack bonus would be doing so much better than these mixed green and trained guys. So if we can hold the Rhine for a moment, what I'll do is I'll pull off the 20 wits, and I'll grab, I don't know, I'll need some more guys somewhere. These mountain guys will be okay, actually, to hold down here. They could get some training that way, I guess. You guys fall back. You guys fall back. We need to go to the Rhine. The tanks, I think, we could have beta fighting retreat. No, the tanks should pull back to the Rhine as well. Look at their strengths. God, they're so damaged. It's awful. Oh, right, yeah, light tanks. You are priority reinforcement. I forgot to change that when I changed the other ones. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Logistics not looking marvellous. We do have 700 carrier fighters we could put in the air. You know what? Yes, I'm desperate enough. Give me a bunch of carrier fighters. Not in that airbase, though. We're going to lose... No air bases. Good. In this pullback. That's excellent. You guys, do your best. Maybe we pull the Cass out as well. The presence of enemy fighters, I think, is such that we should actually stop using the Cass. You obviously aren't needed up there anymore. We should also make sure we've got any spare aces. Need deploying. There's one. And we should probably go just switch to intercept. You know, they're getting the full air superiority bonus almost full anyway. Yeah, don't fight them for superiority. Just try and intercept their bombers. You don't even have to kill the bombers. Just intercept them, such that they do a little bit less damage. So they can't actually run their missions. We're holding here, fine. Oh, it's plains though. No, we're not going to hold there long term. We could try and hold Cologne here. Because it's a city terrain is great. So it's easier to defend than a forest even. Yeah, let's let's do that. Okay, there we go. Falling back more. Just, oh, good lord. Do not, under any circumstances, get pocketed. Are you on that front line? No. Who are you? You're under Carl? Alright, Carl. For now... Right, we're going to switch the generals. Not him, because he's good. This guy obviously needs replacing. So you are one of our best, just from memory? Yeah? Okay. So you need to get replaced. So this is... I'm tempted just to do it now. Take all these guys to the east, replace them with a bunch of better people. A bunch of better trained people here. Let's go like that, and like that, and just keep this posse going north. I think 3 wide seems okay. I'm really not thinking too much about this because my whole being is focused on attempting to get this darn front to stabilize. You guys need to pull back because there's a risk of pocket here if the reinforce rate mucked up. Don't attack back across the river. Don't worry about it. Just hold. Just hold. This tile can only get attacked from... No, it still can get attacked from 2 directions. One of them is crossing a river, though, so maybe we should try and hold this tile. No, I'd rather go to the river. Cologne can be attacked from 3 directions, but if we have to fall back from Cologne to here and here, that's fine. You guys really like defending the south of the Rhine, apparently. Interesting. The extra infantry here are good as a backstop. Okay, come on. Tell me we can at least hold here for a moment. I know that's not where we're intending to hold, but please. If you have these guys fall back, we need them to get there and get their entrenchment up and all that good stuff. Did I ever switch that general, like I was saying? No. So you grab one of the good generals from the east. Like... that guy? Oh no, he's a field marshal. Like... yeah, aren't you in the east? Yeah, he looks good. He's got organizer. What can you give on the back of organizer again? Just field marshal stuff. That's right. I was thinking maybe it was skilled staffer, but no. They're almost a skilled staffer, so we're probably going to get a bunch of armies expanding to 30 relatively soon. Some of you guys need to retreat backwards. Just to get there, try and get some entrenchment ready for when this push reaches them. Okay, over in the east, push continues nicely. Yeah, we can just crush straight across rivers against these guys. They're not in a position to stop us. They are still piercing us on the east. Oh, those are light tanks. Fair enough. Yeah, absolutely annihilating them over here. They, without their massive air coverage. The Benelux is just such a hard region to fight over because it's in range of 1 million Allied air bases. Okay, right, but I must call that part here. Ooh, well, we've fallen back to the Rhine. Belgium is becoming Greater Belgium now, holding some of the Dutch territories in which I built factories, which hurts. But you know, sacrifices must be made to achieve victory. We'll see what we can do in the next episode. Till then, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.